Hello, welcome to Fortune from Faye, Tarot and Oracle card readings. This one is for Scorpio for the month of March in 2026. So for this one, it is for Sun, Moon or Rising placements for Scorpio, and it's a general reading, so I ask you to take what is for you and leave behind what isn't, because there will be bits that are relevant to specific people. I will be using some new card decks that I've got recently. So I'm going to be starting off with this one, the Fairy Tale Oracle. This one is absolutely beautiful. I'm just loving this one. I'm going to pop that there. We might need to consult the book. It's a brand new deck, so we might need to consult the book if necessary. I will also be using the Phantom Wise Tarot, which is based on the Night Circus book by Erin Morgenstein. And it's a normal tarot, it's just different artwork. Put that one out of the way. Then we're going to be using the Mystic Psychic Tarot. Archangel Oracle cards. And also we're going to do one last bit, Messages from Heaven. So, right, we're going to start with this one, I think. I need to give them a tap. Clean them off. Right. Oh, hello. Okay. Right, we have two. We have to read those two then in that case. So what have we got so far? We've got the bloody key. So the story of Bluebeard is a gentleman convinces the younger sister to marry him, and what he does is he cuts his wives up and shuts them in a room and locks the door. And he gives her the key to the house when he leaves and tells her not to go in that room. She does go in that room and she finds what's in there. The key drops in the blood, and he can't he sees it when he comes back, and he knows that she's been in there. But in the end, her brothers come to visit and save her. So that one we've got unlocking. We've got wild swans resolutely facing your difficulties. We've got impossible task. We've got seize the sword, and threshold. Ooh, so there's a doorway we're waiting to push through. There's some sort of doorway. And this telling of the Little Mermaid is not your Disney princess version either. It's like a proper Brothers Grimm one, so it's not a pretty retelling of it. Right, let's see what we've got. Let's do this deck first. So I'd love to know where you're listening from, what placements you've got for Scorpio, everything like that. Do comment, let me know where you're listening from. That's me being clumsy. That happens a lot. I dropped the deck quite a few times. But that one is meant to fall out. Ooh, so we've got the start of something. Something's starting. Okay, that's a bit bizarre. Working with other people. Collaboration. Share the success. And the joy. wonder if I can have any more cups come out then of this one. Eight of Wands. That's too many. Right, so we need one more card. Unless two pop out, in which case we're going to have to read two, because there seems to be a theme there. Oh, that one is good. Okay, so let's see what we've got with this deck. This deck shuffles really nicely. It's quite a smooth shuffle. I will admit I'm not very good at shuffling, as you can see, but what I'm doing is I'm shuffling to get cards to jump out the deck, and then whatever card we get that jumps out or falls out the deck is what we read. I know there's some people that can shuffle really well. I'm not one of those people. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right, well that was quick and easy. So what we got for you, Scorpio? It's got the bloodied key, unlocking. You need to unlock some sort of knowledge here. There's something that needs to be cleared. Okay, drawing the bloody key means that you should understand you are ready to unlock something that you or someone else has long kept hidden. Take time to reflect, because this is a transitional moment, and once your decision has been made, it cannot be unmade. Do not fear. Enlightenment is always better than ignorance. Once you open that door, you can't go back and pretend it doesn't exist, because the blood is on the key already. You can't go back and change that. So if there has been heartbreak, use that to allow yourself to unlock what you need to. There has been difficulty and heartbreak in life. You can use that to transform into something amazing. It's not an easy thing to do, but you can do that. So yeah, you can unlock some knowledge, spiritual possibly, and it's gonna change your life in some way, shape, or form. Something's gonna be changed. So the Wild Swans one is where some princes get turned into wild swans, and the sister is basically marries a king, I think, and she is making these tops out, like tunics, out of nettles to put over the swans to turn them back into her brothers. But because the king and someone see her doing this, they think she's a witch and try to burn her at the stake. Instead, what happens is she manages to make most of those tunics except one arm. So when they try to burn her at the stake, the swans surround her. She throws the tunics on them, and they turn back into her brothers. All except the last one, who she didn't manage to finish the last sleeve for. So he ends up with one arm and one swan wing. So it's resolutely facing your difficulties. You've got to open this door. You have to actually face head on what's there and have a look at it. So we've got the Two of Cups. Sharing your inspiration, sharing what you love, collaboration. It's not necessarily a work thing, but it could be a thing that you're passionate about, a thing that you love doing. And allow yourself to share that with someone else. This card's a very golden card, so it's all a very positive one. So if you share your difficulties, you can face the difficulties together and move forward. The Knight of Pentacles. You're going to have to be brave to do that. It's not an easy thing to be doing, to push forward and move through those things. Sometimes it's difficult to ask for help, but be courageous. You have what you need to make it work. And that's fine. You can move forward. It's all good. You've got this. Take that bravery from the knight. Take what you've got and use that to push forward to what's possible. You might find that you reach even further than what you think you're going to do. Spinning straw, the impossible task. So to open and unlock that information and to face your difficulties, it does feel like a impossible task. But with the Eight of Wands here, keep moving with what you want to be doing. Move forward slowly. It doesn't matter how quickly you're moving, but you have to keep moving towards that star. That star is your goal, and everything is pointed at that angle. This is where you want to be going. Put your energy and your tasks into pushing forward and getting through these obstacles. There could be a few. So if you look at this card, there's like one, two, there's different sections to these ones. You might find there's different obstacles along the way. You just have to find a way around them or find a way to deal with them and then move forward with it. You've got the Queen of Pentacles there. So the Queen of Pentacles, she knows what she's got. She's very happy with what she's got, and she's able to use what she's got to move forward. So you know what to do. You know how to do it. So you just need to get on with it and move forward. You've got the bravery from the knight. You've got the peace and the knowledge from the Queen here. Spinning straw. Let's just have a quick check, see if there's anything else that jumps out about the spinning straw and Rumpelstiltskin. By changing your story, you can change your destiny. Consider the stories you tell about yourself. How are you limited by these narratives, and how can you empower yourself by changing the words in which you think about yourself in your life? Understand the origin of your limiting self narrative and release yourself from it. You must be willing to speak the truth about your past if you are to transcend it. So you have to change your view of yourself. So you might feel it's impossible to do things, but you have to start saying, I can. No, I can't do this. I can do this. I can do that. And like change how you're speaking about yourself, because anything is possible, and don't let other people limit you. Other people might say, that's crazy, you can't do that. How dare they? How rude. Tell them not to. It's not up to them to actually stop you from doing things. So we've got the Little Mermaid. So I think in this version of it, she sells her voice to the Sea Witch. She then feels like she's walking on daggers because it's so painful when she has feet. And to be able to get, she's been told that humans have immortal souls. She wants an immortal soul. She doesn't manage to get the prince to fall in love with her. But what happens is get a mortal soul, she gets told she needs to stab the prince with that dagger, and then she will get an immortal soul, and then she becomes like an ethereal being. So it's definitely different to the Little Mermaid that you see in Disney. Not the same at all. So we've got the bog here, which is threshold. Yeah, so you're on that threshold. You're going to have to start talking differently about yourself if you want to pass through. You want to change things, and you want to pass through that threshold. you're going to have to change how you talk about yourself. It's not going to be okay to, you won't be able to do it unless if you're keeping up the way you're treating yourself. Drawing the bog means you understand you may be entering a dangerous phase of your life, but if you proceed with courage and caution, we've got courage, probably caution here because she knows how to, she has that knowledge. But if you know how to proceed with courage and caution, you can win your heart's desire. Know that you will be changed and that the cost for that transformation may be high. Be prepared to be flexible, as your willingness to change and adapt will mean you can continue to learn and grow. You're not going to be able to go back once you've done it. It's, you won't be able to go back to the old way of things or put up with people doing things that they used to do to you. It's going to be, it's a one-way street. Drawing the dagger indicates it is time for you to seize the sword. It's time for you to risk change, to separate yourself from ties that bind you and protect yourself from negative energies. The cutting of any cord is painful, but that is the price you must pay to be transformed. So there's going to be some heavy thoughts with this. There's going to be some heavy thoughts with what's going on. You're going to be, so children tend not to like change. They have like a routine, and some people stick to it quite strongly. Sometimes people will actually have a very strict routine for their kids. You're going to have to get out of your routine of how you do things and change your routines and change how you do things and how you behave, because other people are going to try and keep you stuck in their old routines. King of Pentacles. He's got life balanced out. He's sat on his pentacle. He's got plenty to keep him going. Plenty of money, house, enough to keep him happy because he's sat on it there. And then he's also got a little bit to play with. So there's a bit here to have fun with and maybe take a risk with, and seize the sword, move through that threshold. So there's a bit to play with there. So you might have a bit of time or a bit of money where you're able to go, going to try something new. So it's worth paying attention to that and seeing what comes of it. Let's make a bit more space. Let's put these here. Let's see what your pieces of advice are. So how is Scorpio going to find it best to get through the month of March and come out the end like, yep, I've got what I need. I've got a bit to play with. I've got a bit extra here. I've got a bit of extra time, of extra money that I can use. That it's not, if it is a risk, because there is going to be a little bit of risk involved. It's not the end of the world. Let's see what happens. Let's see what pieces of advice the archangels have for you. Oh, okay. So we've got comfort. Archangel Azrael, I'm with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. It's connected to this one here. So this, moving through that threshold, is actually a way of you healing and moving past. It's a way of you healing what's happened and using it to push you forward so that you're able to use, you may have had a bad experience, that's fine. We've all had bad experiences. But the thing that shows who you are is what you do with that experience and how you use it. And what else have you got for us? Oh, breath. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. Got to change the way you're doing stuff. Oh, and we got another one here. Remember who you are. We got good old Archangel Michael here. Well, Archangel Michael would have to be involved. I am a Scorpio sun and moon, and Archangel Michael does a lot of work with me when I work doing Reiki for people. He is always around, and he likes to pop into my lounge every so often just because he can. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. So a lot of people, you have a connection with a lot of people. Like if you go somewhere, you know people. Like people give you a hug. Like you know, and you feel valued by those people. Make sure you keep up that meeting with people, doing stuff, going out and connecting with people on not like just a hi, how are you level, on a deeper level. Connect with people on a spiritual level. It's really important. That connection is what helps you heal and what helps you move forward. And breath. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and release old patterns. Maybe you need to start doing some box breathing, like the 4 breaths in, hold it for 4, breathe out for 4, hold it for 4, and you just repeat that basically. You can visualize a box if you need to, but there's many different types of breathing with yoga and exercises, everything like that. I've found deep breathing sometimes, like if you're in a lot of pain or something, sometimes it just helps you get through that pain to manage to get through to, I don't know, to maybe go, if you've got really bad headache and you can't move, try a bit of breathing techniques to try and help you so that you can move to go and get those painkillers. It's not going to be a instant sort of cure, but it might help you. Yeah, Archangel Michael is here. So yeah, remember who you are. You're a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. Yes, there's a lot of creativity in you. And there's a lot of light. So if you look at this card here, we've got light there, like the sword of light. So Archangel Michael's flaming sword. I always use that to cut ties with people when I've done Reiki, because their energy is not mine to keep. It's not mine, it's theirs. So I connect with them when I do Reiki, but I disconnect when I finished, because it's not mine. It's not mine to deal with. It's theirs to deal with. And you can't go around picking up other people's energy and carrying it around. It becomes too heavy else. Right, so this is your last bit of this reading. What I'd like you to do, I want you to think of someone, please. So think of a person, an archangel, a spirit guide, whatever you're thinking about, um, a loved one that's passed on, anything like that. I want you to think of someone who is in spirit, who you would like a message from. I'm going to pick my granddad Bob today, I think. And let's see who we get a message from and what message we get. Please tell me oh, hello. Okay. So this is our message. So this is for me. This message is also for me. It's from my granddad Bob. This is: be creative. Look for ways to build, grow, and manifest. Well, I'm trying to be creative, a bit more creative with things, and try and find new ways to do things this year. That's what this year's all about, and actually to make it more what's the word? To make it more satisfying. Not necessarily bigger money wise. I mean, some more money would be wonderful, but to make it a more satisfying year, to not be running around like a lunatic. So this is your reading for this, dear Scorpios, this is our reading for March 2026. Please comment in the comment and let me know which, if this resonated with you, who your message was from. I'd love to hear that. Where you're listening from, any likes, follows, comments, shares, anything like that is really appreciated, because we put this on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. So it'll go up on all of those, but you will find it first on TikTok and YouTube, and then it will be scheduled on Facebook for later. But yes, it looks like we've got a challenging month, but you just push through it to get to the end of it and do the hard work, and you will see the outcome. Well, I hope you have a magical day when you're listening to this, and I also hope that we all have a magical month in March, and I will see you soon.